Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and another episode of my MotoGP 19 career mode here today for another race. And if you guys missed the last episode at the Sachsenring, then go watch the episode by clicking on the card in the top right hand corner of your screen. But today guys, we are going to race at Brno in the Czech Republic, and we're going to see how we get on around there. One of the more interesting tracks on the calendar because it's a very long track. I think it's right up there, I think, with Koja as one of the longest ones on the calendar, and it's a very long lap, therefore there's a lot of possibilities to make a mistake or get the lap absolutely spot on. Now we're going to this race in terms of the championship. We are very close. There's a big scrap going on, and the top 6 riders at the minute: Crutchlow, Rins, Rossi, myself, Dovi and Marquez, all within contention in the championship. And then a little bit further back we have Petrucci and Jack Miller, and then a bit further back is Maverick Vinales. But for now, that top 6, maybe top 8 is your championship contenders right there going into the halfway point of the season. But in terms of this bike in itself, upgrade wise, we've got 50 points, and I am tempted to spend them, and I might use them on the frame because we need to improve this bike and it has to happen now. Traction control was tempting, but I'm going to go for a frame, and hopefully that will improve the performance of the bike through corners a little bit more, and to give us a bit more continuity and a bit more stability, especially around Brno where there's a lot of corners. So it's going to be an important one to hopefully get to work for us. But with that being said, we're going to jump into things here at Brno, and we're going to get underway with practice first of all. Make sure we hit our practice programs, and then we're going to hopefully set a lap good enough to get to Q2. Last time in Germany, it was actually the first time, I believe, in this entire career mode so far in all 3 seasons that we actually got eliminated and had to go through Q1 to get through to Q2. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. We could try and get through smoothly this time as we jump into things here for round number 10 of the season for the Czech Republic Grand Prix here at Brno. So let's jump into it and let's see how we get on. Okay, so first lap on the track affinity, and we don't actually beat the reference lap time, so we're going to have to step it up. It's becoming a bit of a common recurrence now that we struggle to beat the track affinity on our first attempt, but hopefully this lap will be better, a bit more competitive as we have to get past Zarco here. Okay, second attempt. Do we do it this time? No, we don't. Again, we missed out by half a second. I didn't even really improve on that one. I've got no traffic this lap though, so let's try one more time. Nope, I just can't do it. 56.2. Just can't seem to get near that lap time. Get below 56.0. Okay, this could be the one, finally. On my 4th attempt. On the power, I'm going to try and keep it a little bit of a tighter line. Let the bike run out wide later. There we go. That should be enough. There we go. 55.6. Let's try and do one more of those, and that should complete the practice program. Okay, they're nice and tidy now through here. No more mistakes, and we should be on course for another decent lap here and complete the practice program. Tyres are fading, but at the final corner we go on the power, up to the line, and there we go. Job done. We complete it. Maximum points. Okay, qualifying sim test. I don't think we're going to beat the lap time, unfortunately. My second half of the lap was good, but not my first half. So we're going to have to try again on these same tyres, see if I can try and improve. Oh, that's a bit hot. Yeah, screw it. We wasn't going to improve anyway, so I'm going to try one more set of soft tyres because I feel like my lap time may not be enough to get me to Q2. So I'm going to try one more time with the fresh set. Damn it, again, I hate that corner so much. It's not going to happen. I've tried, but I just can't seem to improve. Across the line. There we go. It didn't even improve. You know what? I'm not convinced we're going to make Q2. I really am not. I've just not got the pace here. It's even worse than Sachsenring. Wow. This is a bad one. We are so far down the order here. It's not even funny. That was a really bad one. We got P4 in the practice one with that lap time, but everyone's improved and we have to go through Q1, and it's not even close. We're going to have to find something special to perform this weekend because we don't have any pace. Very poor first lap. Nowhere near the pace. I think reducing the engine brake hasn't helped, so we're going to adjust that now. Go on to the next lap. On the pit straight as lap 1 draws to a close. Right then, let's crank the engine brake back up to 4. Not happy with that at all. Way off the pace. Oh, what a horrible lap it really is. I'm struggling big time. I'm not enjoying this. Such a hard track. We are improving, but it's still very slow. thought I was going to run in hot there, but we just managed to get it slowed down. I'm going to try and get one more lap out of these because I don't have that many tyres to use. So I've got to try and get a few more laps out of the same set up to the line. 55.0. Oh, damn it. Right then, I've got enough time for 2 laps. I think I do. I've got to get to the line before 154. Okay, I think we'll just have enough time for 2 laps. Let's try our best. Totally on the brakes there again. Messed it up. Such a good lap until that point. Let's keep going. It's not over yet. Sector 3 is a good sector for me. I'll say that. Super deep there. I'm going to use third gear short shift. Oh, get it slowed down, please. There we go. Final corner. Will I make it in time for one more lap? Across the line. Alright, last lap. We have improved. It's not enough though. This is the all or nothing lap now. I've got to find something special in this one. No, damn it. I knew it the second I broke. Oh man, that's it. It's done. We are out in Q1. There we have it then. We don't make it through into the second part of qualifying. Morbidelli gets through along with Jamir. Quattararo just misses out, but we have a very poor qualifying. Only P5 in Q1, and that is going to be a painful one to take. And we normally are slower in the race. Sachsenring was bad, but this could be worse. Wow, that is a shocker. A real big shocker to the system. I really, really didn't expect that. But, yep, it is what it is. We are out in Q1 for the Czech GP. Right, here we are then for the race here at Brno. We're going to try our absolute best to pull something out of this. Tyre-wise, we're going to run a medium... Actually, we're going to run a hard front. The front was going quite a lot around here. Hard, I think. We're just going to play it safe. I do struggle with the hard. It's been a very tough tyre for me to get anything out of in the past, but we've got to take a risk, and I've got to try something. You know, I've got to throw something at it. The medium tyre will fade too quickly, so we're going to struggle. But, yeah, we're going to see how we get on. We've got nothing to lose. We're going to start all the way down at P15 in the last point scoring position, so we've just got to go for it and hope to score a couple of points here today. With that being said, let's jump into it. The pressure's on, and I've got to try and find something in this race from somewhere. It's time for round 10 for the Czech GP. Right, here we go. P15, 5 lights are on. Lights out, and away we go. Trying to get a better start than normal, but I can feel the wheelie's going to come, so I have to get off the gas into turn 1 for the first time. Keeping it nice and tight. Rear end slipping all over the place as the Iannone goes down the inside. On the power though, we're going to get a good exit. Going through 2, we're going to tuck in underneath Tito Rabat and also Siren as well. How brave are we on the brakes into this next corner, turn 3. A bit of a contact there with the Spargo as we go a bit hot on the brakes. I'm going to try and get down the inside of the Spaniard. Get a good exit there. I think that's Siren on the right hand side with Zarco in front. Just going to try and be late on the brakes and try and hold the inside line as best as we can. Make sure we make no mistakes. The race will come to us hopefully. I want to try and be patient, but at the same time be aggressive. I'm going to have to really concentrate though because I'm really struggling around here, so there may not be much talking. Again, that corner has given me trouble in qualifying. It's given me more trouble here in the race as we lose ground to the bikes in front. Let's get ahead down here, and we've got a long race ahead of us, 7 laps. It's going to be a long slog because I've got no pace and I've got to really concentrate. Say that, there goes Espargaro down the inside. I'm going to get the power down though, better than him, and stay in front for now. Into the kind of awkward chicane. Espargaro just throwing one in there again out of desperation. He's going to go down the inside again here, I know he is. Doesn't quite pull it off this time though, and we get a good exit. That's going to buy us some time, and we pull away from him slightly. Good thing is we get a very good exit out the final corner as well, which will serve me valuably if we do make any overtakes, and also, you know, last lap up to the flag if there is a race to the line, which should be pretty good. I'm also quite good through here. Sector 1 overall was my strongest sector along with Sector 3. We just lose momentum there, hit the back of Siren. I was trying to get to the inside, didn't quite work out. He's in the brakes later than me, so just going to fit in behind. I'd normally challenge on the brakes, but I just have no confidence in the hard tyre. I'm not going to try and outride the tyre because I know it's going to bite me. I'm going to have a big moment, massive high side, or just, you know, go off the track. So we're going to give the tyre plenty of respect. Okay, end of lap 2 then. We've definitely pulled away from Espargaro now, so we can now focus on Siren here and trying to get past the Malaysian rider on the Tech 3 machine. This time, let's try and actually get a nice clean run out of 1 and get the run of him through 2, up towards 3. That's a little bit wide from me there. Struggling to get the power down, but we are going to get the run regardless. We're going to pull to the left hand side, Siren coming across. We're going to go down the inside this time though. Get it slowed down, there we go. And we are through. Up to P18. This race is a real slow burner, but we do have pace. You can see how we've dropped Siren. And we're now closing in on Jan Zarco here on the Works KTM machine. If I can just get a nice clean run for these next 2 corners. Maybe I can challenge him as well. Maybe even Bagnaia, to be fair. Good exit out the final corner. Onto lap 4. Good lap from us actually, 55.5 on double hards. Considering we was doing like 55 zeros. That's very, very good. Let's set up the exit here. Oh, never mind. Threw that one away. Absolutely horrific. All over the curb. Spent the story of my weekend, just too many, I don't want to say mistakes, but just too many scruffy laps, you know. It's really hard to get a perfect clean lap around here. So many mistakes you can make. I think those 6 bikes in front of us though I can overtake, I really do. The question is, will I have enough laps for it? Because it's a real slow burner like I said before. I've got pace, but it's not a major difference. Good exit from us there at the final corner. We're close, we're going to challenge Zarco here. We're actually going to get past down towards turn 1, I think. There we go. That's more like it. I've got a much tidier run through the final 2 corners. And now if we get a good exit here, we can maybe get past Bagnaia. A bit of curb there again. I've got to stop doing that. It's going to ruin me. Let's see if we can try and get past Bagnaia and Abraham though and get back to our starting position and back into the points. 2.5 laps to go. Oh, Zarco's just gone down behind us. Not sure what happened there. Might have tucked the front. I think the double hard tyres making a difference. We're starting to really show some pace now and latch onto these guys quite easily. So let's keep it going. Let's make no mistakes because the mistakes tend to cost us a lot of time. Good one down the hill there. Getting very close to Bagnaia into the chicane. If I can get a good exit here, which I do, I could challenge. Unfortunately, we know that, yeah, that Ducati's pretty good on the straights. Down the inside here. On the brakes, Bagnaia holds it around the outside. To his credit. I want to try and get the exit though. Oh, he clips the curb. That's the opening. See you later. There we go, 2 laps to go. Up to P16. Let's try and get past Carol Abram then. Make up another position. Can we get him out of turn 1, maybe? Can we finally get this move? That's a good exit. We're gaining. Another Ducati, but we're going to try. I'm going to go around the outside here. Bit of contact. I'm going to be hot. Abraham, they're clipping me on the entry, but we get it slowed down and we make the move. So there we go, up to P15. So we're back where we started. Can we make up these next 3 positions and the next 3 bikes? 1.5 laps to go. Starting to show some pace here. The hard tyres coming into their own. Right then, here we go into the last lap of the race. Pushing hard here. Can we get anything else out of this? Back into the 55s. We need a big final lap here to catch up to the 3 bikes in front. They're battling quite heavily and they're losing a lot of time. Got to keep pushing though. There's still a massive gap in relative terms. Right then, the race over. Dovi wins, I believe. I'm a bit hot here. I'm going to have to be careful. I tried my hardest to catch the 3 riders in front, but it wasn't to be. But we are going to finish where we started, which is good. I'll take that. We normally go backwards in the races, so P15, a point. Not great. Okay, so here are the final race results, and Dovi wins it ahead of Marquez. Those 2 were dominant, and in literally another category, they were so much quicker than everybody else in the 53s for race pace. Then Rossi runs off the podium, and then we've got Rins, Crutchlow, Miller, Vinales, Petrucci, Morbidelli running out the top 9, and then Mir, Quattararo, Espargaro, Nakagami, Lorenzo, and myself. My fastest lap was actually quicker than most of the riders in front, all the way up to P9, and I think, you know, the bikes I could see in front of me, I could see up to Morbidelli, and I could see that maybe I could catch him. But yeah, overall it's P15, and you know, that really poor start, which has been the theme all season. I can't get a good start. I don't know how to get a good start. I've tried every single method in the book, but I just can't get a good start in this career mode on these MotoGP bikes, and that ultimately hurt my race. In terms of the Constructors and the Riders' Championships, it's a big blow for the riders. We drop down to P6, we lose 3 places and drop down to 25 points behind Dovi. And it's a big hammer blow. Dovi and Marquez equal in points at the top. And in terms of the team championship, we are still P7 and pretty comfortable there, to be honest. We might be able to get LCR Honda possibly. And in terms of the Constructors, we are still 3rd, and the Suzuki only 11 points behind. But overall, disappointing episode here today. A very tough race, and we go again in the next one. But guys, that is going to be it for this episode of the MotoGP Career Mode. If you did enjoy it, drop a like on the video, and also get subscribed if you are new for daily Formula 1 and also MotoGP content and ton of notifications to not miss any videos from me. And finally, check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next one very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.